Welcome to the Mixed Movement, where we speak candidly about the uncommon commonalities that people of mixed race face in our world today. Here, we listen, share, learn, and acknowledge that through our stories, we are all connected. We are your hosts,
Nate,
Chris,
and Rachel Go. Welcome to the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Mixed Movement podcast. We are so excited to have you here today with us. We are going to talk about who we are and what our mission is, what our goal is. So what is our mission? What are we here to do?
we're here to build a community so that people don't feel alone who are of mixed race, and so that other people can just gain an understanding. I mean, not being mixed race, you don't have to be to listen to this show or to understand it. It's just really just a way to bring everyone together so that people don't feel alone. And I think it's necessary.
I think it's a first step in what we want ultimately. We can't teach or show people how we should all be considered one race, the human race, until they have a better understanding, or we have a better understanding of who we are, and we have a pride about who we are. It's not until we heal ourselves a little bit from, the traumas that we can then begin to fuse ourselves in a healthy way, mentally, into society and say, yeah, we are all one, because I have a great understanding of myself and there is self-love there. So I think that these are steps that we're taking. This is a major step in giving people a voice, being able to say, hey, this is how I felt. This didn't feel good, or this did feel good. It's just somewhere that you can come to and speak and not be judged, because I think for a lot of people with the polyethnic background, they're judged. The questions are judging questions that they get asked. And it doesn't mean that people are doing it to, upset them, or they're trying to be bullied. They're just curious, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But we can't even answer those questions if we don't understand what the answers are.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
I agree. I feel like through sharing our stories with one another, that will give us a greater sense of understanding, of forgiveness, and my hope is to empower people to feel comfortable in our own skin, because we are beautiful. Everyone is.
Yes.
Agreed.
That is ultimately the goal.
So let's talk about how we came up with the name.
Oh, yeah.
How'd this get going there?
I recently experienced a major shift in my life, and I thought I knew what I wanted to do. Everything got flipped upside down, and I was faced with, well, everything's different. You know what? Why not go for it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
why not? They've got nothing else to lose, basically. So I called you guys up individually. I think I was crying when I called you, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, so here's the thing.
Yep.
I have this idea, and you're coming with me, because it wouldn't be an idea without you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And instead of doing what I thought I was going to do, which was writing a book about my life, I found it really important to talk about it.
Hi, I'm Rachel Go. It is my mission in life to help people like you learn to love every aspect of themselves in order to attain the life of their dreams. If you are ready to live a life free of fears and land that dream job, or go travel the world, or whatever your dreams may be, message me at coachrachelgo@gmail.com. That's CoachRachelGo@gmail.com, or find me on Instagram at Live Empowered Now. There is nothing more powerful than loving the person you see in the mirror every day, because courage starts within.
with you guys. So I called you up each individually, got you on board, and I was like,
We
all
were
right,
on board. Yeah.
all right, here's what's going to happen. We're going to FaceTime. We are going to have our first business meeting about choosing a name.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we each brought our values to the table here.
Mm-hmm.
And we went through
all kinds of names and
all the names,
things that would work.
Yep.
And I mean, we're all mixed.
We are.
So,
Ultimately,
we went through mix. We went melting pot. We went,
said mulatto, and I was like,
mulatto,
that's not right.
You can't call me mulatto.
Yep.
There's
That's
all
dated.
Yeah, absolutely. That dates us.
That
by the
dates
way.
us. It's fine.
That
It's fine.
definitely wasn't.
We're not
going
to talk about that.
But yeah, mixed just seemed fitting, and this is a movement. It's that's what we want, and it flows.
Yeah,
it works.
It does.
So the mixed movement.
And Rachel called, and we talked, and because we didn't all grow up together, we haven't had a lot of things that we can bond with. And when Rachel mentioned it, it was our opportunity, for us to actually do some of the things that we found important. We had a common goal. Let's do this. We finally get a chance to do something with our sister, and that means a lot to us, a whole lot to us. So it's important in so many ways.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. It's exciting.
It's very exciting.
It's healing for us, and we can reach other people who may not even know that what they actually need is some healing, and they need to get some of these things off their chest. So it's all around great. Like there's no downside to this. There's no downside at all.
I love the fact that we have come together to make a difference.
Absolutely, as a family, and just I mean, how often do you get a chance to get together with your siblings and create a movement like this, and just spending the time? It's not something you'd regret. This is great. This is going to benefit many people. I mean, not only us, clearly, just there's so much to learn, so much to share,
life-changing,
so much to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
And we just want to share all these experiences and learn from other people and their experiences.
Oh, for
like
sure.
Like you were saying, it's not all it's bad. It's funny. I mean, there's some funny stories. There's some serious stories.
Absolutely.
But we all have them in common.
Absolutely.
And it's just nice to share.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear from our listeners about their own experiences and learn and grow and laugh and cry and just be somewhere where we feel safe.
Yep. Freedom.
Absolutely.
Freedom and acceptance. Yep. And we definitely want to invite anybody and everybody.
Yeah, not just mixed race.
No.
Yeah. No. Anyone who's interested.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We want to support the people that are now, people that ask the questions. There's a reason. I'm happy that they're asking these questions, but they want to know, and I think that's great. If someone wants to know something and you have the information, you should give it to them.
Yeah,
sure.
It's only going to benefit everybody,
right?
And the next person they come in contact with. So you have no idea how connecting with one person and answering some questions is going to help them when they talk to 10 more people.
Right. We're here to normalize what being multicultural is.
Agreed.
The more time progresses and the more mixed we become, it's going to be normal, more and more normal, to see people that you're like, I don't know what I don't know what you are. So we're here to kind of squash that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it all, we are all human.
Yep.
We all have, a lot of things in common.
Yep.
More things than people would know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is just bringing light to all of it.
It is.
How could this affect our listeners and their friend groups?
I honestly think that through this movement, we are going to help provide our listeners with a newfound sense of self-love, self-respect, empowerment, so that when they do enter back into their community, their friends group, their lives, they have a stronger sense of understanding of who we are. And honestly, I would like to talk about these topics, these questions that we've been asked, and honestly come up with some really good answers. Because honestly, I've never known what to say when somebody asks if they can touch my hair. I don't like it. So, giving our listeners a good sense of self and a good foundation to accept themselves, and also educate
Definitely.
their friends and their community about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to ask. I mean, we're all curious about things, but I mean, we growing up, we learned what to say to people and what not to say to people.
Absolutely.
Okay, here's a tough question that I want to ask you guys. How is the mixed movement going to change how we view being mixed?
I think that the effect is going to be the same as what we're hoping for everyone else. I mean, we've had the experiences. The more we talk through and get an understanding for, each other and our feelings, how we felt about it, the things that we thought we brushed off, we really didn't brush off, and they're still kind of sitting there, kind of festering. I think that we're going to grow as well.
Absolutely.
By not feeling, by not feeling alone, there are more people that it's really just it's having people to relate to, feeling not alone, and I think that is what it will do for us too. I'm grateful that we have a platform to reach so many people, because there's so many people that do feel alone.
Right.
Yeah.
And the goal is just to like you said, knock those walls down and let people know. So I think for us, like what it's going to do is just give us more, like a better sense of community too.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be able to do this without our listeners. So we really strongly encourage you all to get involved in any way, shape, or form. Spread the word, like or share our episodes, tag us in it, follow us on social media. If you have a story that you would like to share, or even if you have a question that you would like to ask, we strongly encourage you to share it with us.
Please do.
Yep.
Please do. And if
We're open books.
absolutely,
We look forward to it.
this is how we learn, is through sharing
Yep.
our stories.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yes.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm so excited. I'm happy to be able to do this with you guys, and for all of you listening out there too.
It's gonna be amazing.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. We want to be here for you, and we can't do what we're doing without your support. Please hit subscribe, and to stay up to date, head on over to mixedmovement.com. That's MIXDMOVEMENT.com to stay up to date with news and more. We are the Mixed Movement. See you next time.